that was where Mr. President got it wrong. Don't form your government with dependence. And most of it is the president is a kingmaker, remember? So when the kingmaker becomes a king, then there is a problem which he must identify himself so that he can have people that will stand up to him and tell him the truth. This is now what is lacking in this government. And when I said, and I still stand on it until there is a change, the government of Tinubu is dominated by kakistocrats and kleptocrats.
You don't go to war with only one plan. So very early in our discussions, the leaders of the coalition took the decision that we'll not only look for existing platforms and identify one that is suitable for all of us to go under one roof, but we'll also explore the possibility of registering a brand new party. I think so. I think a brand new party doesn't have any legacy problems or any viruses injected, because what the government, the ruling party and the government have been doing is to create problems in the opposition parties by recruiting and financing viruses to multiply. This is what is happening in the Labour Party, the PDP, and even the NNPP. So many of the leaders expressed concern that perhaps the best way to avoid this, you are dealing with a mischievous government and party that is totally immoral. They will do anything.
In 2023, Bola Ahmed Tinubu made history against all odds. The former Lagos State governor, the Jagaban himself, clinched the presidency of Africa's largest democracy. He had the backing of powerful APC governors, political heavyweights, and most critically, the northern political establishment. It was a strategic alliance, a gentleman's handshake between the north and the south, a marriage of convenience, but not a love story. Now, as Nigeria slowly stumbles towards 2027, the alliance is cracking. From Kano to Kaduna, Sokoto to Bauchi, murmurs are rising. Claimants are turning into threats. Silence is turning into rebellion. The North, which helped Tinubu win, may no longer be in his corner. And the biggest question of Nigerians' next election is no longer about P2B or Atiku Abubakar. It is, will the North betray Tinubu in 2027? Let's find out in this video. When Muhammadu Buhari's second term approached its end, Nigeria stood at a crossroad. The zoning arrangement, an unwritten rule of power rotation between North and South, came into play. The South demanded its turn. Tinubu, a Muslim from the Southwest, emerged as the Southern favorite, but he couldn't win alone. He needed the North. Northern APC governors, especially from the Northwest and the Northeast, delivered. They backed Tinubu at the primaries. They campaigned for him. They mobilized their massive voting base. It was not out of love. It was not an ideology. It was a strategy. Transactional alliance, you may call it. The deal was clear. Support Tinubu now in exchange for continued political access, policy consideration, and a future handover back to the North. But politics, like power, is a slippery game.
The sacred word of any northern politician, when we say we'll do something, it doesn't have to be written. We do it, we deliver on it, and that's how we started the process of delivering Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We are confident that with the collective support of all of us, with the directed wisdom of our elders, with the energy of our youths, and the compassion of our women in northern Nigeria, we will make Nigeria great again.
Millions of our children are currently roaming the streets instead of being in the classroom. Unfortunately, majority of these children are in the north. This is unacceptable. I will work hard to turn around this statistics.
Almost immediately after assuming office, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took bold economic steps. He removed fuel subsidy, floated the naira, restructured government spending. He wanted to be seen as a reformer. Western economists applauded. The IMF and the World Bank clapped. Nigerian elite analysts called it necessary surgery. But for ordinary Nigerians, especially in the north, it was pain without anesthesia. Fuel prices skyrocketed. Food inflation exploded. Transportation cost triple. In a region already battling poverty, out-of-school children, unemployment, and insecurity, the north began to feel abandoned. Markets in Kano closed early. Protests fled in Zamfara. Civil society groups in Sokoto called reform. Anti-poor, and across northern radio stations, callers asked the same haunting question: is this the change we voted for? Tinubu's Lagos-style economics, tailored for urban growth and investment returns, was out of sync with rural northern realities. At this point, the bond was weakening.
Not everybody will like you in politics. They hate me like hell, too. Well, I'm here. I am the president.
In politics, perception is everything. And in the north, the perception is clear. Tinubu is building a government of the Southwest, by the Southwest and for the Southwest. Though Northerners occupy major positions, Vice President Kashim Shettima, among others, and a few ministers, but the real power, many say, lies in Tinubu's kitchen cabinet. His trusted circle is filled with loyalists from Lagos, technocrats from the Southwest, and private allies with little northern roots. For a region used to being at the center of power, this is seen as a demotion. Power brokers from the north, who expected juicy portfolios or strategic influence, have been quietly sidelined. Even worse, Tinubu's boldness in taking decisions without consulting the old northern elites have been interpreted not as strength in Nigeria. Ignoring the north is not just a political mistake, it is a countdown to rebellion. Inside the ruling All Progressives Congress, a Cold War is already on the way, and it's not about PDP, it's not about the opposition. It is about who truly controls the party. Northern heavyweights, including former governors like Nasir El-Rufai, sitting lawmakers, and even some in the villa, are not hiding their dissatisfaction. Some have publicly criticized Tinubu's policies, others have formed quiet alliances, and a few are already building political machines in preparation for a rebellion. In Kano, Kwankwaso, though not in APC, continues to command massive grassroots support. His new Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, is seen as a northern alternative. Meanwhile, whispers grow louder. Will the North field its own candidates, even without the APC, to challenge Tinubu's re-election? Or worse, would they abandon him completely and return to the PDP?
In the next, going forward, I will keep on speaking out and hoping that Mr. President...
No, what I'm saying is that, are you in this opposition?
I'm aware of the...
But you've gone to their meetings, have you?
Yes, I went to several meetings.
Right.
I attend the meetings.
So in a sense, you are a member of the opposition coalition.
No, there's no opposition.
You still remain in the APC.
No, that is not to say so. When I want to take a decision to do something, I will not, I will not hide it from you.
Yeah.
I still believe that this president can fix these things.
But have they...
Wait, let me tell you. Failure to fix those things
might cause you to move.
Yes.
So
I will not have that, because it will sink.
Right. But have they been making...
The overloaded ship will sink.
Have they been making overtures to you?
Yeah.
To try and get you to come over?
And I told them no. You see, I don't want to jump from frying pan to fire.
What's the fire then?
I don't know yet. I have to make sure. I have to be
sure. But I mean, they're starting a new party. At least they haven't registered it yet, but they're trying to register.
Let me tell you, I'm a loyal person. My loyalty and this thing politically, it is the truth. I have my reason for being loyal to Amechi.
Right.
I believe he can do it. That's why
Right. You believe he can be president?
Yeah, better
successful
president, a good successful president.
Right.
Now, I believe too, Tinubu can be successful president. That was, my expectation is high. But if he continues this way, then let me tell you, Charles, whether you load all other people or other governors, you are just endangering the APC by pushing it towards capsization capsizing level. When you overload a ship,
it might keel over.
Everybody.
Voices of discontent are no longer hiding. Senator Shehu Sani has been one of the loudest critics of Tinubu's leadership style, especially over economic inequality and security negligence. Another popular voice from the north that has been against the policies of the president is Abdul Ningi. Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno, Tinubu's strongest northern ally, has also raised concerns about resources allocation and insecurity. In Zamfara, Kebbi, Niger, and parts of Kaduna, farmers can access their farmlands due to banditry. Rural communities are under siege. Children are kidnapped from schools, and yet Abuja remains calm. This is fueling the narrative that Tinubu's government is indifferent to northern suffering. Clerics, traditional rulers, and social media influencers across the north are beginning to shift tune. The north may not shout, but it knows how to organize. And when the north organizes, it doesn't just protest, it votes as a bloc.
Nigerians are tired of the APC. We know that, we have polled that. There is 91% disapproval of this administration across the country. 91% disapproval. It's the worst in Nigeria's history. But Nigerians are looking for a credible option.
Yeah, but
they want to see people coming together, putting aside their differences and ambitions, and giving them an alternative to this failure of a government.
But that's with huge, ambitions.
Big names does not equate ambitions. Okay, you've mentioned my name. I have no ambition. Okay, I just feel that having contributed to bringing about this tragedy to Nigeria by contributing to the emergence of Bola Tinubu as president, I should contribute in my last lap. Okay, because I'm 65, I should be retiring. In my last lap, let me
You've got a long way to go.
Let me contribute towards removing this evil that I believe will destroy Nigeria if left unchecked.
Right.
Now, let's look ahead to 2027. A growing number of northern political actors believe Tinubu should be a one-term president. The argument: they delivered 2023 to him. They kept the APC alive. They gave him the numbers when the South couldn't. Now it is time for the North to take back the throne. Names are already being whispered. Atiku Abubakar, Rabiu Kwankwaso, or maybe anyone from the North. Even new generation politicians from the North Central and Northeast. Some say even Vice President Kashim Shettima could be repackaged either as a challenger or a reluctant replacement, since there is rumor that the president might not be running with him in 2027. If a strong northern consensus emerges, backed by emirs, governors, religious leaders, and businessmen, Tinubu's re-election chances could collapse like a house of cards. And he knows it. This is why President Tinubu is quietly reaching out, making peace with old enemies, offering appointments, reviving stalled projects in different parts of the country. But is it too late? The answer is before you. Nigeria is once again standing at the edge of a storm. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a man of ambition, strategy, and grit, may have won the battle of 2023, but the war for 2027 is far from over. And this time, the battlefield is not in the southeast, not in obedient territory, not in PDP's broken empire or that of the Labour Party. The real battle is within his own house. Within the north, in mosques, palaces, and backroom meetings, the next plot is already unfolding. And again, a new political party has been announced by the coalition platform known as ADA. And the question every Nigerian must ask is this: if the North withdraws support, can Tinubu survive 2027? Or will the same hands that lifted him to power pull him down? Only time will tell. So if you found this documentary insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Should power return to the north in 2027? Or does Tinubu deserve a second term? Your opinion matters, because 2027 isn't just about politics, it is about Nigerian soul. Stay tuned, stay informed, because Nigeria is watching. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Frank Speaks.